Now the GMA Health Alert, and it's something so many of us deal with, brain fog and burnout. Our medical correspondent, Dr. Darien Sutton, is here to explain the differences because they're not the same things. What do we need to know?
They're not the same things. If you want to think about brain fog or that typical workplace stress, we all know that when that deadline's coming up or maybe we've stayed up.
We don't know that.
Well, maybe some of us more than others, Janae. But maybe when that deadline's coming up or you stayed up too late, that might give you those symptoms of brain fog, and that's often just transient. But when we're talking about burnout, which is something I know from experience, from training, my general education, that is that chronic stress with that emotional component, and that affects your brain. When you have burnout, that increases our stress hormone called cortisol. That can in turn lead to affecting our mood, our memory, increasing our risk of anxiety, depression, and today it's even more than that. We talked about this. Cortisol chronically over time increases your blood pressure, leads to weight gain, and for women specifically, increases your risk of osteoporosis.
How can you tell the difference? Because I feel emotional when I feel tired.
And that's just it, Eva. When you're feeling tired and you know and you can pinpoint the cause, it often is that transient stress. But when you're feeling constantly helpless, when you're feeling like you cannot tread water anymore and you're not moving forward and you're feeling like there's no escape, that often is associated with burnout. And some things that you can do when you're feeling those symptoms: number one, identify your responsibilities, what you can do, what you can't do right now, what you need help with, practicing relaxation techniques. And this goes a long way. We talk about this a lot. Mindfulness, for example, taking a simple walk can be tremendously beneficial. DeMarco, I know this is important. Sleep is so important and vital. And when your cortisol goes up, that affects you. It makes you fatigued, but then leads to insomnia. So making sure that you reroute that car and get it back on track.
He called me out. I know nothing about sleep. I think so what resources are available?
Yeah, so the first thing you want to do, and this is what I tell all patients right before, especially if I notice that they're dealing with a chronic enduring stress, is identify your resources. That can be state, local, or federal. Also, for most, many may not know, there are employment assistance programs that are often associated with your job. Many people don't use them just because they don't know about them. If you have a student in college or if you are in college, there are also resources at school. And then I think most importantly, remembering, if you're feeling like you can't reach out for help, understand that 60% of us deal with this. It's more likely, at the very least, to have a shared experience, and talking to your provider is so important.
Take a vacation.
Take a vacation.
And
or take a
also
vacation
why
if you
community
can.
is so important.
It's
Talk about it.
I'm so happy you brought that up, and this is what we talk about, that third space. You know, your first space is at work, on the computer. Your second space is at home. That third space, community, that can be a fitness class, that can be church, that can be a community center, that can be an online group. Regardless, finding other people who might share that experience can be tremendously helpful.
Or all your co-workers who are all trauma bonded together.
Well, yeah, that's true. I was about to say, or we start a text thread.
Yeah.
Of course.